Rumors are swirling around Barack and Michelle Obama's marriage, and some are even speculating that their 3-decade-long union might be heading toward a divorce. Let's break down what's fueling these whispers.
If I were able to run for a third term, Michelle would divorce me. So
It all started when Michelle skipped a couple of high-profile events where her presence was expected. Just recently, she didn't show up alongside Barack at Donald Trump's inauguration, a protocol-breaking move that raised plenty of eyebrows.
This whole tell it like it is business, that's nonsense. You know, you don't just say what's on your mind.
Former presidents and their spouses traditionally attend these occasions, but Michelle's noticeable absence led to questions. What made it more intriguing? Her office didn't offer a solid reason for her no-show, leaving room for the rumor mill to churn.
I would say be true to yourself, because it's easier to live life being authentically you. You don't have to fake anything, and you never have to remember who you're trying to be because you're always yourself.
Not long before, Michelle was also MIA, this time at Jimmy Carter's funeral. She was the only former First Lady who wasn't there. Her team explained it as a scheduling conflict, saying she was enjoying an extended vacation in Hawaii. Still, the absence got people talking, and social media went wild with speculation about trouble in the Obama household.
Isn't 50-50 ever. There are times I'm 70, he's 30. There are times he's 60, 40. But guess what? 10 years, we've been married 30.
And then, things got even juicier. Out of nowhere, rumors resurfaced that Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston were an item. Yes, that Jennifer Aniston. For context, the two reportedly met just once, way back in 2007 at a Hollywood gala.
Barack Obama.
I've met him once.
Met him once.
I know Michelle more than him. That is not true.
But the whispers didn't stop. Radar Online stirred the pot further, claiming Barack and Michelle's marriage was crumbling under the weight of these wild rumors. According to their insiders, the couple has been living increasingly separate lives and is more like friends than romantic partners. Apparently, Michelle felt particularly let down by the Aniston chatter, which was described as unwanted attention during an already tense time.
what she's told me is, looking back, you did okay as a dad.
Yeah.
And if I pass that test, then she'll forgive me most of my other foibles.
Adding more fuel to the fire, Meghan McCain and a well-connected Washington insider shared their own takes. On a podcast, McCain claimed to have heard from reputable sources that the Obamas are on the brink of divorce. And the podcast host? She doubled down, saying she'd heard for years that the Obamas were essentially leading separate lives.
Obviously, everyone on the left has basically appointed President Obama as nothing short of a saint, and obviously I feel different, as most Republicans and conservatives.
Now, Michelle hasn't been shy about discussing the challenges of their marriage in the past. During a 2022 panel, she admitted there were times she couldn't stand Barack, particularly during the years when they were raising their daughters, Malia and Sasha.
People think I'm being catty by saying this. It's like there were 10 years when I couldn't stand my husband.
You do say that. You say
10 long
10
years. And guess when it happened? When those kids were little.
And here's another twist. Barack's past relationships have been dragged into the spotlight too. In 2017, a biography by Pulitzer Prize winner David Garrow spilled some tea about his ex-girlfriend Sheila Miyoshi Jager. Apparently, Barack was still seeing Sheila occasionally even after he started dating Michelle. Ouch. While it's all ancient history, the resurfacing of these old flames doesn't help when rumors are already flying.
I can't say anything about her because she gets mad.
Nope, you can't.
And then there's the online chatter about their current interactions, or lack thereof. Michelle just turned 61, and Barack shared a sweet birthday post for her on Instagram, gushing about how lucky he feels to have her in his life. Sweet, right? But some fans were quick to point out that the post felt like damage control, especially since the two have been spotted separately more often lately.
Tweeting and social media, that is a powerful weapon.
That said, let's not jump to conclusions. The rumors about their marriage might just be overblown. Maybe Michelle's simply had her fill of politics and the drama that comes with it. And skipping Trump-related events? That could be her way of keeping her distance from someone she's clearly not a fan of. Speaking of that, Michelle and Melania's tense history is a story in itself, and it's been brewing for years. This isn't just about public approval, it's personal, and every little move they make seems to add fuel to the fire. For instance, Michelle skipping Trump's second inauguration raised a lot of eyebrows. Coincidence? Maybe not.
His limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
It all started when Trump entered office. Michelle wrote in her memoir, Becoming, about how former First Lady Laura Bush offered her help when Michelle was new to the role. Michelle said she tried to extend the same courtesy to Melania, but according to her, Melania never reached out. When Michelle was asked by ABC News if Melania had reached out for advice, she simply responded, "No, she hasn't." Straight to the point. Melania's team, however, didn't let that slide. Her communications director, Stephanie Grisham, fired back, calling Melania a strong and independent woman who didn't need Michelle's guidance. So much for that East Wing camaraderie.
I was never a friend with her.
And let's not forget Michelle's brutal honesty about Trump's inauguration in 2017. She admitted in her memoir that she couldn't even fake a smile during the event, saying, "I stopped even trying to smile." She also didn't hold back on her thoughts about Trump defeating Hillary Clinton, calling it a hard pill to swallow, especially for women voters. Then there was the awkward gift exchange at Trump's inauguration. Remember when Melania handed Michelle that Tiffany & Company box? Michelle's face said it all. She was scrambling, looking for someone to take it while cameras were rolling.
There was a gift exchange.
Oh,
there was a box given.
The Tiffany's box.
Yeah, so what was in there?
It was a lovely frame.
What was, a frame?
It was a frame.
Sweet gesture? Sure. Smooth execution? Not so much. Michelle admitted she was caught off guard.
Walks up the steps without his wife, just leaves his wife behind. He just walks up there.
Well, there's all this protocol. I mean, this is like a state visit, so they tell you that you're gonna do this, they're gonna stand here. Never before do you get this gift, so I'm sort of like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this gift? And everyone cleared out.
Barack had to step in and save the day by taking the box inside. Talk about teamwork. Of course, we can't ignore the infamous plagiarism controversy. During the 2016 Republican National Convention, Melania delivered a speech that many felt borrowed heavily from Michelle's 2008 Democratic National Convention address. The similarities were undeniable, and the backlash was swift.
You work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're gonna do.
My parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life, that your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
Years later, in her 2024 memoir, Melania, she finally opened up about the scandal. Melania admitted the speech had undeniable similarities to Michelle's and blamed her campaign team for failing to properly vet it. She described feeling betrayed by her staff. It's clear that controversy left a mark on her.
Melania Trump was so criticized for using what turned out to be a portion of your speech. But do you have any sympathy? Because there are people around her creating things, and I have some sympathy for her. Do you understand how that might be sympathetic for what happened to her?
Yeah, that was tough.
But wait, there's more. Melania didn't hold back in a recent interview with Fox and Friends, where she accused the Obamas of making her transition into the White House unnecessarily difficult.
The first time was challenging. We didn't have much of the information. The information was upheld for us.
Melania explained just how chaotic that transition period is.
The transition team has only 5 hours to move Biden's out and to move us in. So everything needs to be planned to the minute.
She also shared that this time she is more prepared for a second term in the White House.
The difference is I know where I will be going. I know the rooms where we will be living. I know the process.
So, what do you think? Are the rumors about the Obamas' marriage just gossip blown out of proportion? Or is there something more to the story? Let me know your take in the comments.